we're back. Folks, you know my next guest is the writer of the Preppy Handbook. Well, her latest book is called Loose Lips, and it's a real pleasure having her here tonight. Please welcome, folks, Lisa Birnbach. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you very much for having me.
Yeah, good to see you again. This book is very funny. Andy and I were actually flipping through this book today, and we should explain in a nutshell what this book is. This is a book pretty much of transcripts of conversations
that actually took place.
That actually took place with famous people involved where they didn't know
that there would be consequences, that anybody would hear them, that anybody would print them, that anyone would remember them.
Right.
Mostly embarrassing conversations, I would say.
So a lot of people are really thrilled about this book. For example, you have a conversation here that lawyers are having with Michael Jackson's maid.
Blanca Francia was involved in a courtroom drama of her own. I think there was Michael Jackson was involved in something before his marriage of a legal nature.
Yeah, who knows? I have no memory of it. Yeah.
Oh, I wish him the best. And his maid was asked to testify about the kind of life that he was leading, and you know, the first question was, did he ever call you doo-doo head?
Yeah, I got to... This is the strangest court transcript I've ever read in my life.
Well, it's supposed to actually open a window to the life of Neverland Ranch, I suppose. And I think it did, because doo-doo head.
He calls people doo-doo head,
well,
is that right?
He called himself, apparently, doo-doo head.
Oh, then it's okay.
Well, sure. No, it wasn't. He meant nothing ill by that. And then he called her doo-doo head. And then my favorite thing is the lawyer says, did he ever call you applehead? Now, that's inflammatory. No, not applehead. How did he use doo-doo head in a sentence? I don't know what to eat. Maybe some doo-doo?
Yeah, it is the craziest conversation.
I know. And then it goes into Bubbles the monkey and what he wore.
Yeah, they start asking Bubbles, and was Bubbles clothed, and will does fur count as clothes? And it's like, this is the strangest...
It's so weird.
You got to read this stuff to believe it. There's also Prince Charles and Camilla
Parker Bowles.
Parker Bowles, that's right, his mistress.
His very special friend, as we like to refer to her.
Yeah, and they have... a very strange conversation.
Well, that's probably the best-known conversation that we have printed here. Prince Charles it was exposed that Prince Charles said that he would like to be reincarnated as something inside her trousers.
Yeah.
Do you recall?
No, I don't recall at all.
Okay. No. You were nowhere near Prince Charles.
I block this stuff out as soon as I hear it.
Well, anyway, he said that he would like to, with his luck, he would end up being a tampon.
Yeah.
And this got a lot of play in the international press.
Yeah.
And it was quite an interesting exchange for the future King of England and a woman not his wife.
Yeah.
And then the interesting thing was, although the tampon got a lot of play, and why wouldn't it? What I found most interesting was that when they say goodbye, it's about a 6-page conversation. It's like Mindy and Debbie on the 7th grade phone conversation talking about Beverly Hills 90210.
Right.
No, you go first. No, you. I can't hang up. No, you hang up.
No, it is literally 6 pages of hello. I mean, goodbye. I'm going now. Good night. Okay.
And then it gets a little sexy.
Yeah, it gets real sexy, and I had to put it away.
I know.
Now, okay, all this begs the question, Lisa, how did you get this stuff? I mean, that's an example of a very famous conversation,
right.
But you have a lot of stuff in here where you read it and you wonder, this is very confidential stuff. How did you get it?
Well, a lot of this was acquired while I was working at Spy Magazine, and I should say that my co-writers, Kurt Anderson and Jamie Malinowski, were other editors at Spy. And I believe that at Spy, the old Spy, there were a lot of people who had no life who read the magazine and felt very compelled to send us things. And there were people who are courtroom junkies, there are people who are deposition junkies, there are people who listen to Dirty Feed. You know, they have satellite dishes and they watch the TV in between the TV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, when you read this stuff, it actually makes you very afraid. That, oh my God, you know, if you're having a conversation on a cellular phone, we rehearse this show all the time, naked. And there are cameras around, and someday someone might get a hold of that, and Andy and my career would really take off.
It would be phenomenal if you could arrange it.
We're going to arrange it.
To make it look like an accident.
You'll NBC it this fall. Yeah.
No, I mean, and also recording engineers are great owners of this stuff. And I think there's a bootleg network that exists among recording engineers because we got a lot of incredible stuff.
You've got celebrities in here losing their tempers.
Casey Kasem.
Casey Kasem loses his temper.
I mean, he's such a nice guy, and he's giving this really sweet dedication for a dead dog, and then in the middle of it, he says the F word, and it's so exciting. I think that's part of it. All these elected people, elected officials, people like Clarence Thomas are here. Bob Dole, I believe he's running for president. A lot of presidents are in here. And you know, when they suddenly explode in a fit of F words, it's so exciting and gratifying. Really.
And also, it's good for people to read this stuff because it shows that they're no different than the rest of us.
It's very revealing.
And that America's going down the toilet.
Well, and we all and listen, who of us would be safe from this kind of scrutiny?
No, I would. I have no flaws.
Other than
that's
you.
it. Other than
right.
me.
Exactly. I get into trouble all the time.
Well, the book is Loose Lips. It's out everywhere, and it's also a play. We had Harry Shearer on talking about the play where they reenact.
We do that. It started out as an off-Broadway play directed by Martin Charnin, and we, you know, so suddenly there's an actor playing Marion Barry when he's arrested for crack, and it's just an unbelievable moment.
The whole thing is set to music, I hope.
Well, we sing Kumbaya during the intermission, and we're opening at the Santa Monica Playhouse in October.
October 26th, to be exact, at the Santa Monica Playhouse. The play is called Loose Lips. The book is called Loose Lips. Lisa Birnbach, thank you very much.
Thanks
for coming.
Thank you.
We'll take a break. We'll be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, that is our show for the night. I do want to thank my guests. My thanks to Lisa Birnbach for coming here. The book is Loose Lips. Thanks very much for coming.
Thank you.
I also want to thank Jonathan Brandis for stopping by. My thanks to Jerry Hall for being here. Of course, Andy Richter, the Max Weinberg 7. Stay tuned for later with Greg Kinnear. Greg's guest tonight is Larry Miller. Good night, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.